Live from New York, it's the show that will not be mentioning Grady Dick's outfit. It's First Things First. Today,
Wow.
Brew, what are the expectations for Wemby year one?
Well, I love what Pop said, and he's obviously right. You know, he's not LeBron, he's not Duncan, but he's getting treated like that. Because what he said is we're building the entire franchise around Victor. And, of course, culturally, yes, you want him to feel comfortable. But X and O-wise, too. Like, Pop, one of the things that makes him such a great coach is he's not a one-trick pony. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have his offense, and, hey, Victor's going to have to fit into this, like a Mike D'Antoni.
Sure.
He's going to adjust the playing style around Wembanyama's strengths. So you've got that. You don't have another big-time scorer. I mean, I know last year, Keldon Johnson, 22.
That's
bad
because
team, right.
Team's going to get to 100.
Score.
So,
right.
yeah,
exactly. He's going to be the number one option. And they'll probably, I don't know what type of veterans they'll bring in, but I bet they bring in smart ones that know let's get Wembanyama to reach his full potential. So, honestly, I'm expecting good things this year. I know he's got to work on his three-point shot, but he is a solid mid-range shooter. He's got a post game. He's got good footwork in the post. He can run the floor. I'm expecting 20 points, 20 plus points.
Correct.
8 to 9 rebounds a game.
8
rebounds. I know, but I'm just saying, that might be a little low. We'll see. But I'm saying 8 to 9 rebounds, 2 to 3 blocks, which is huge in the NBA. So I expect him to have a great individual season, not necessarily make the playoffs because I don't know what veterans will be there, and he's Rookie of the Year.
Okay, so I don't think he's going to be Rookie of the Year, but that's more about the number of games I think he will or won't play and what I think Scoot's going to do in Portland. And we can talk about why I think Scoot's going to win Rookie of the Year when we get to, because we're going to talk about other guys in the draft in a bit. Brew and I, it's very odd because Brew, going into today's show, has been about as high on Wemby as anybody, and you guys have said that I am a skeptic, which I'm not. I'm just trying to set fair expectations. But
you got skeptic tendencies.
Our stat predictions were almost identical. So I said I think he will average 19 and 8, and I think a fair goal would be lead the league in blocks. I think he could lead the league in blocks as a rookie. Where I am.
So if he hits those numbers, I guess the only reason you think he won't be Rookie of the Year is because he doesn't play 65 games, which is very possible in San Antonio.
Yeah, and because I think Scoot could be more points, far more assists, and not 8 rebounds a game, but close on the rebounds. I think Scoot could be 20 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists as a rookie. And so, but let me stay on him for a moment. His offensive game is a long ways away. And that's why I want people to pump the brakes a bit on what he's going to be immediately. Now, if the long-term projection's a whole nother thing. But the three-point, I know we kept showing highlights of a one-footed three and a step-back three. The fact of the matter is this. In his career in Europe, he was under 30%. This year, he shot 5 a game on a shorter three-point line by a touch and was 27% from 3. He also averaged in this league in Europe more turnovers than assists. So I think this 7'5" guy who now is going to be playing far and away the toughest competition of his career is going to deal with some offensive struggles. I think his defense will translate immediately because of his length and ability to get to shots.
I don't see look, I'm not saying he's going to come in and light the league on fire and average 28 points a game, but he, at his size, with his jump shot, not that it's great, but it's good. It's better than Scoot's. Scoot is a bad shooter.
Correct.
27%. You just said 27% from 3. That's what Scoot shot in the G League.
Right, but hold on. Can we talk about that for a second? So that's kind of my exact point. The knock on Scoot is he's not a good shooter. Wemby is looked at as this 7'5" guy that has an amazing shot.
Because you have different standards for a 6'2" guard and a 7'5" player.
Right, but as far as what they're going to do in 4 months when the season starts, do you I feel like America expects Wemby to come in as an above average 3-point shooter.
Well,
and
no.
Go ahead.
Well, here's I lined him up against Shaq.
Okay. And this. Okay, go ahead.
I mean,
Go ahead.
Dominating physical presence,
Yeah.
except skinny. But he should be able to dominate guys and shoot over guys, just a little bit different.
Okay.
Shaq will
Shoot
go
over
through you,
anybody,
and he will
okay.
go over you.
Yeah.
So these are exact numbers. So I'm like, why can't this be his expectation? These are my expectations: 23, 14, 3, and shoot over 50%.
Yeah,
You think that Shaq was a more refined prospect?
I think, yes, of course. I watched Shaq in the NCAA tournament have 10 blocks in a game. I watched Shaq immediately come into the league and be stronger than everyone and as agile as just about anybody. Wemby, to me, is an idea offensively that we have seen flashes of.
No, I think you're way underestimating him. And you're saying he's going to average, how's he going to average 19 points a game if he's got no offense?
No, hold on. I didn't say he has no. See, that's
Well, you called
unfair.
him an idea.
No, I
mean,
said.
that's-
Well, yes, I think the idea of him becoming this him being this dominant force is an idea. Shaq, there was a proof of concept to it, and so I don't think he's going to be bad off. I just said I think he'll average 19 points as a rookie, but the expectation and the standard of that he is going to change the league, that he is going to potentially in short order be one of the 10 best players in the league,
But
and in
that's-
shorter order. No,
That's not his rookie year.
if by year 3 he's supposed to be an MVP candidate, which by the way,
Well, that-
LeBron.
I mean,
hold on,
players have done that.
Right, LeBron was, Jordan was, Shaq was. I think those expectations are too high, and I also think that we have seen these expectations, the guys with expectations not nearly this high, number 1 picks recently, the expectations have really saddled them and burdened them. We have seen it repeatedly over the last few years. And so I'm just
You seem to treat Wemby like he's just a really
Project.
great college player. This dude is special.
Okay.
But
Can I ask-
expectations. He's lived with those for a lot of years now.
If he's scoring 19 points, is he leading the Spurs in scoring, or are they averaging 70 points a game?
What do you no?
Well, if you're saying I expect him to average 19 points,
That's an interesting question.
like someone on the Spurs is going to have to
I
score
don't know
22.
I don't know that he leads the Spurs in
Oh
scoring.
my gosh.
Again,
He's got. I mean, then what have we been doing?
I think you're in.
What do you hold
I
on.
guess
in your
attempting-
mind's eye, what was LeBron's averages his rookie year? What were
He averaged 21.
He averaged
20.9.
Right, so he averaged and I don't know if he
What was
or
I'm not to be super nerdy about it, but
LeBron
what were
didn't
we
face the
scoring then?
competition that this guy's already faced.
No, but okay, so then let's talk Luka. Luka, who won MVP of a league
As this
far
guy did.
better.
Well, better. In the championship round, this guy faced a team with several ex-NBA players.
I know, and
So it's not like they
on
weren't
his
playing
team was a
anybody.
guy who went 7th in the draft. But that's we all
pretty good
know the league
competition.
Luka was in was the best league in Europe. We all know that.
Luka
this
came
was
in
not
doing work.
Yes, and he averaged 20 a game. He averaged 20 a game. That's what I'm
Do you
saying.
think? But this guy is a better prospect than Luka was.
Not on the offensive side. I disagree.
He's a better prospect.
I flatly disagree. And so I
He
think
can
Luka
handle the
has
basketball. He can shoot it.
Okay.
He can get to the free throw line. He can post up.
Okay,
He's got good
can
footwork
shoot it
in the post. He runs the floor.
That's the idea. That's the part that I'm saying is an idea. A guy who has a great looking shot that in the last 2 years that we've seen him play, and again, I know he's incredibly young, shot 27% and 28% from 3 is not typically a guy we say he can shoot. A guy who averages more turnovers than assists is not a guy we
not going to be
typically
the point
say.
guard. And what you're missing is he's not going to be relying solely on his jump shot. Because of his size,
Yes.
he's not going to have to. I agree, he's got to improve his jumper, but he's not going to rely solely on the jump shot because of the other things he can do.
So
he'll be able to
If Paolo
score.
scored 20, I don't know how he's scoring 18.
okay, well that's
That's what, like, Magic don't have a ton of offense. Paolo came in as a rookie, pretty good, stronger, I guess.
You're going to say the body strong.
Yes, of course I'm going to say the
But
body.
the body
Of course I'm
is-
going to say you guys are acting
They had
like
the same views of Kevin Durant. He couldn't bench press 100.
I watched Kevin Durant score 30 a night at Texas. I watched it. I watched Kevin Durant at Texas be like, oh my God.
That wasn't the competition this guy faced. It's just a fact.
Okay, well, again, I'm not sure that I totally agree with you.
Man, our college game, even back then.
15 years ago, the Big 12 with Michael Beasley and Kevin Durant, those guys.
Beasley?
He was a great college player.
How'd he do in the pros?
I get it, but let's not spend the time there.
All right, go ahead.
I watched Kevin Durant, and to me, it was like, oh, this guy is a guaranteed bucket in the NBA. Everybody understood that. I guess there was concerns about him getting hurt, like there is with him. But I think Wemby, this is the point I'm trying to make. I came out here and said, as a rookie, I think he'll win the blocks title. He'll average damn near a 20 and 10. I have him 1.2 rebounds off of 20 and 10. And the expectations are so high, you guys are like, that's crazy.
No,
you don't think he's that good.
You're not saying he's going to be the best rookie.
What? Yeah, I don't think he'll have the best rookie year.
Now, if he doesn't play 65 games,
I don't think he'll have the best rookie year.
All right, so here's the Blazers' plan. We'll turn our attention over there. I'm done with all this.
What, Wildes?
Leave the show.
Why? Don't leave the show.
I hope it works out. What do you want to happen?
This is a mess. The question you were supposed to ask me, chances, because this is a turn for it. The chances of Dame being there at the beginning of the season, like any chance of him, honestly, as bad as it would be, there's a chance. Because clearly Cronin doesn't want to trade Dame and put what's best for the organization ahead of Dame. And Dame, I got to be honest, I don't think even after last night, Damian Lillard wants to be traded. I don't think he wants to be traded. Period. And I don't think anything's going to change that. Now, he may accept being traded, but do I think I might be wrong. But do I think he's going to come out and ask them or demand a trade? I don't think so. What happened last night that we all didn't expect to happen? We all thought it would happen. Dame, as you said the other day, isn't stupid. Dame knew they're not close to a championship. And nothing that was going to happen last night was going to make them close to a championship.
So I tend to agree with you. In fact, I do agree with you. However, I would argue for Dame's future in Portland, last night was actually the worst thing that could have happened. Because one thing
but I just don't think they want to. Who's going to make the move?
Right. I agree with you. One thing that could have happened is they trade the pick for a veteran. Yeah. Right? They trade the number 3 pick for Paul George. Then no one would be talking about them trading Dame today. Right. He's there. But the other thing that could have happened is Michael Jordan could have picked the right player at number 2. He, of course, didn't. Even though Brandon Miller, God love him, he tried to get Jordan to pass on him. He did his level best.
No, he showed Jordan some heart.
Okay, sure. That's what it was. Okay.
If I'm talking trash to you, if I'm Michael Jordan, I want to see what you made. Are you going to crumble? Okay. Oh, that's the goal. Are you going to show some heart? He showed some heart.
You probably would have done that if Paul George had talked trash to him because that's his GOAT. But it's neither here nor there. So now all of a sudden Portland has a 6'2 guard is who they took at number 2. Or number 3, pardon me. I, however, am not going to take that quote we just heard at face value because I heard this 5 days ago from the new GM of the Golden State Warriors. Can we play it, please? It's Mike Dunleavy Jr. So sometimes guys say things they don't totally necessarily mean.
Okay.
The Blazers can't run this team out there next year. They have to trade Dame. At this point, and this is where you and I are in total agreement, it shouldn't be. It should be about what Dame wants in regards to where he lands.
Well, not completely.
Not entirely.
Right. I got to make the best move for my franchise.
And I heard, by the way, Brew, I hear all your media. I don't necessarily always hear all 3 hours of the Odd Couple.
You hear my media, repackage it into your own tape.
That is not true at all. But I heard you on Colin's show today say, and I know some people are throwing out Miami trades. There's nothing Miami can give them. Bro, can we show it to you again, please? I gave you a good trade yesterday.
Put it up.
Put it up there. That's a good trade.
Really?
Jaime Jaquez Jr. now instead
why do
of number
I need
18.
Tyler Hero? I got Shaedon Sharpe on the come. Everybody's forgetting about Anthony Simons, who's like 20-6 with the Blazers. When he doesn't average 6 assists, but their future backcourt is Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons and Shaedon Sharpe on the wing. I don't need Tyler Hero.
Okay, but what's other trade is there? Because the Philly has no picks. Philly has no picks they can trade.
It's not just about picks.
Right, but Tyrese Maxey
They need more young players?
Hold on, Tyrese Maxey is not such a guaranteed player that
He
you're
can
going to
give me
trade
20 points.
But you're not going to trade Damian Lillard for Tyrese Maxey and not get picks back, I don't think.
I'm also getting Tobias Harris, who, whether you look at him as a veteran or as you look at him as an expiring contract, and how about Boston with Jaylen Brown?
I don't think Boston's doing that. I would agree.
But if you're Portland, would you?
Yes,
I
said that yesterday.
I'm not going to be forced to make a trade with Miami just because Dame told me to.
Well,
does Miami have the best stuff to offer?
Well, but what if the team that has the best stuff to offer is non-viable when it comes to Dame? So
if he
Philly,
wants to go to Brooklyn. If he wants to go to Brooklyn and they have a better offer, because it seems like he might want to go to Brooklyn.
No, what I'm saying is, what if the team, I'm trying to think of a good example of it, but what if all of a sudden the Houston Rockets said, you know what, we don't want to be in the Jalen Green business anymore, and they give you the best package. Would they do that to Dame?
Mm-mm. I wouldn't look to send him to a bad team, but I'm saying there are contenders who I think can offer me more, as I mentioned, Philly and Boston, than Miami can.
Go ahead. But outside, if Philly and Boston trades don't exist,
and Chris Haynes flatly said, and Chris seems to be pretty close with Dame, that Dame has no interest in going to Boston. Yeah. He flatly, Chris Haynes told Dan Patrick,
if they offer me Jaylen Brown,
you're just sending
he won't get used to Boston.
No, I feel like he's earned.
That's what I'm saying.
Unwritten no trade clause.
I also have to do what's best for my franchise.
You can't. I gave you 11 years here.
I'm sending you to a contender.
I don't want to go there. It's too cold.
Well, don't live there in the off season. I mean, I'm just saying, come on, this is a business.
I understand, but then, Brew, don't you agree?
What does that Miami trade do for them? I mean, okay, let's say they do that. What does that do for them?
It gets them Tyler Hero, who was sixth man
How
of the year.
good are they?
Well, they're rebuilding. They don't want to be good. They're not trying to win right now.
Well, I'm not talking about championship. Tyler
you have a guy
Hero
who in 5 years is going to be the answer to Jovic.
I've got 3 perimeter scores already in Sharp, Scoot, and Simons. Now I'm bringing in Tyler Hero. He doesn't play defense.
You can repackage Tyler. Tyler Hero has value in this league. Do you agree with me on that? So you can repackage him and send him somewhere. Listen, I had been saying Dame in Philly for a while, so I also like the Maxey part of it, and you know how much I like Maxey. They truly, though, they have no picks they can trade. And so I think they can trade their 2029 first, and that's it. And so that's, to me, a stumbling block for them.
They're full of young players. Picks shouldn't be the only consideration. But
Hornets take Brandon Miller with the number 2 pick. He's a 6'9" forward who loves Paul George and is expected to fit better alongside LaMelo. Will Charlotte regret this pick?
Oh, yeah, obviously. I mean, and it's not a shot on Brandon Miller. But, I mean, it's not. I just think Scoot's going to be a far, far better player. And I also think that sometimes something is not everything, but it's not nothing. And they showed the draft party. And you know who was disappointed at
this is where you get your takes from. Show it, please.
This is not a bad take.
This is 20 minutes influencing your mindset.
Look, the Hornet is sad.
The Hornet's been
grinding. This is a serious sports show. Really? I'm supposed to. Oh my gosh! The mascot doesn't like the pick.
Hold on a second. I feel like that's an unfair comment that you know is not. I said going into yesterday. Have I said all along that Scoot should go number 2?
Yes.
Have I said yesterday that I thought that Jordan was going to, because the betting odds had changed, almost make the right decision out of spite about Brandon Miller? So I am not saying, I feel this way because the fuzzy Hornet guy feels that way. It's just another piece of evidence.
Bullet in the
it's
gun.
on the board of things that are not great about this pick.
No,
that
it ain't.
Even your mascot is disappointed.
Even be in there.
Even your mascot's disappointed. I think everyone.
Who in the world do you think Scoot Henderson's going to be?
Here's what I think. I think that they didn't draft him because they're like, we have LaMelo. And I think the Hornets have been making bad decision after bad decision like that for 20 years. Like, we have this player here, so take the best player.
Okay.
I think Scoot was the best player.
Look, I think they made the right pick. LaMelo
Really?
Ball is better than Scoot Henderson. Scoot Henderson can't shoot the three. He's not like a true point guard in terms of dishing out assists. High motor. He's a 6'2" guy. I don't want to say volume shooter, but he shot 42% from the floor. He didn't get to the free throw line in the G League, didn't impact winning in the G League. I'm not saying he's not going to be anything. I'm just saying we talking about Scoot Henderson like he's about to lead a team to a championship.
No,
he's not.
I'm talking
not
about him like
this
he's better
year,
than Brandon
not
Miller.
ever.
I'm talking about like he's better than Brandon Miller, and he's better than LaMelo Ball.
No, he's not. LaMelo Ball was 23 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds last year, shoots the three better, passes the ball better than Scoot, and now look, Brandon Miller, I know I've given him a lot of flack for thinking Paul George is better than Paul George even thinks he is. But he plays like Paul George. This dude handles the rock. He can shoot it. He's got a nice jump shot. He's got moxie. Talk back to Jordan. I like that attitude. Brandon Miller is a good player. He was a point guard in high school.
Would Portland trade Scoot for LaMelo? Maybe that can be Dame's running mate then. If that'd be a good trade, right?
I would not trade LaMelo for Scoot.
Okay, I think that's
LaMelo Ball is nice, dude.
Okay. I disagree.
What other than injuries? What's been the problem with LaMelo? He's a better court vision than Scoot. He's more of a true point, but yet shoots it better. Taller,
impacting winning.
He was hurt last year. He just played 3 seasons.
All right, I will
Scoot
take.
Don't
Listen,
come in and impact winning. He didn't even do that in the G League.
Okay, I'm not going to hold the G League Ignite against him.
I'm just saying. Is he ever going to lead it? He's 6'2". And can't
what I'm saying is, hold on, somebody, Dustin, mark it on our calendar. 5 years from now,
Brandon Miller, Scoot Henderson.
Brandon Miller, Scoot Henderson, LaMelo Ball. I'll take Scoot as the top of that pyramid in 5 years.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Scoot might not be better than Brandon Miller, but I'm saying it'll be close enough
that the fit matters.
Yes, because Scoot's not about to take over the league.
I understand, and LaMelo Ball won't be on the Hornets for another 4 years.
Why not?
Because they're going to get new ownership that's going to actually try to build a winner. That's why.
Wow.
CP3 on the Warriors. Next on FS1.
I guess 23, 8, and 6 isn't what it used to be.
Not on that. No, it's not. It's not, bro. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.